Hi guys, welcome back to Cycles of Connection. I'm happy, I'm excited. I have been on the August long break, and during that period, I was involved in a summer creative kids boot camp in my church. It was a very wonderful time. It was eye opening to me. I got to work with many people. I worked with the wonderful Adeni twins, Taiwan, Kende. Shout out to you guys. I work with seminarian, yes, seminarian Ima, wonderful guy. I worked with Chioma, yes, pretty Chioma. I worked with her. I got to meet many wonderful parents, people, gentle, nice, matured. You get. I also met the intelligent, beautiful, handsome, talented, gifted but stubborn kids. I don't think children just come like intelligent and some um, gifted and all. They also come with that nonchalant, impatient, stubborn, annoying. It's part of the whole package. It was a very wonderful experience for me. And in this time, I got to understand that our personalities are greatly influenced in groups. Like when we are in a group setting, things begin to look a bit different. They're a bit somehow, unlike when you are just dealing with one person, one. And so for Circles of Connection podcast, in the month of September, the focus is going to be about groups. And the theme that I'm going to use to kickstart this group thing is going to be what it feels like to be singled out. Have you ever been singled out for something? It could be a good thing, it could be a negative thing, it could be like you being a black sheep, it could be you being seen as special or seen as wonderful. It could be in any of both ways. But come on, tell me, have you ever been singled out? In subsequent episode, I'm going to get some nice people to join in the conversation, and they are going to share their stories and tell us what it felt like to be singled out by a group of people. But for today, I'm going to just give a very generic, like general overview of what it feels like to be singled out. Do you know what it feels like to be the black sheep? Like everyone looks at you and say, this one is different. Why can't it be like the rest? Or what was wrong with her? I don't know why she keeps behaving like this. Can't she see her mate? Like when there is this sharp comparison between you and other people and you seem to be a bit different. I'm sure we all get what I'm talking about. Especially when we're younger, we knew that the kids that got first, second, and third were always given special recognition, and those in between, like from fourth down, nobody necessarily cares. We don't even know about all this, and so those children that always got first, second, and third, they were naturally singled out, especially the first position, whether they liked it or not. And for some of us, we had to live through with the dilemma of being singled out or not. Chuka, for one, I struggled to be seen. Like I felt it was something wrong to be singled out in public. I was unconsciously resisting anything that would make me being singled out. Yes, I wasn't dull. I wouldn't say I was very intelligent, but if I read, I always understood and I could remember it. Till now, people tell me I have a very good memory. But the funny thing here was that I feel I was just unconsciously doing it. I would just be taking positions like, let's say, fifth, just coming close to the top, but not really being in the top. And one of the things I knew, like I can remember I always did, was I didn't want people to see me as a target. I didn't want people to look at me like, oh, this guy is my competition. And so I intentionally did things that would not allow me to stand out. I might have been the best at this, I might have been very good at this, but I felt that attention came with a lot of problems, and I just didn't want it. Even in family, at some point, people began to subject me to certain treatment because they felt I was a bit different. And at a young age, I just noticed this thing. And so I tried to just be like every other person. I tried to, even when I was young, I didn't speak pidgin English till I was in higher institution. And why I spoke in higher institution was because I felt people were picking on me, all because I couldn't. And this was just an aspect of being negatively singled out. I have a lot of experiences. Like, I can tell you stories of where I have been singled out, because human beings unconsciously do this thing. When we go to a group, we are always looking at everyone, trying to see who should I pay attention to and who I shouldn't pay attention to. And from the best dressed to the best looking to the most intelligent to the most confident, all these things begin to jump out at us. And so the insecure ones find the ones they are going to beef. Oh, you think you are better than us, you think you are this, we are not going to like you, you know, all those things. And the bad ones come and look, okay, where is the insecure one who doesn't have self-confidence? Let me see what I can use for my personal need. Let me see. So when we come in contact with people in groups, we are unconsciously filtering people based on our mindset. The ones we can talk to, the ones we can't talk. And this thing affects people whether we like it or not. You might not know it, you might know it. It's just like if you were going to a church where fashion wasn't like a thing, everyone just wore what they had, even the pastor was even repeating clothes. The day you start going to a church like your French church where everybody's always changing clothes, they won't give special recognition, they always compliment dressing, you find out that your own attitude towards dressing or going to church begins to change, because we are actually influenced. We're social creatures. We're influenced by people. And I, for one, was never really sure how to be in the spotlight. And so, I one thing I have come to know, it was just recently that I came to understand that it's good to be who you are, even if that means you being in the spotlight. Like, whenever you see yourself in the spotlight, don't think about the spotlight as the focus. Think about what brought you to that spotlight and focus on it. For example, I let's say you are a lay reader, you're a public speaker, you're someone that gets to address people, and at many points you have to stand in the presence of many people to say certain things. That's you being in the spotlight. If you begin to look at people's eye or look at their face while you're speaking, you get distracted. If you begin to realize, oh, I'm standing here, I'm above everybody, and they're all looking at me. If you begin to think about it like that, you're going to make mistakes and you're going to embarrass yourself. But when you are there, you should only be thinking about what brought you there, why you are there, and how you can do it well. And this August, just this small August, many things have happened. I've been singled out. I have been labeled many names. Many people have several opinions about me. When I was younger, I always struggled, like, how can I do something so that it doesn't repeat itself? And so if I find out people were not happy with me based on something, and let's say I was criticized, I was treated poorly or unfairly, I began to find a way to avoid repeating that situation, and it allowed me to shrink myself. I began to dim my light because I was scared of the spotlight. But I say to you this day, and as I say to myself, you are not in this world to please or to impress anybody. No matter what anyone thinks of you, even what I think about you is not important. The only opinion about you that is important is yourself and God. And what has God said about you? God has said you are the apple of his eyes. In your mother's womb he knew you, he had formed you. His plans for you are better than the best of your desires. And if that's what God thinks about you, what should you now think of yourself? So please, let no one project their insecurity on you. Let no one talk you out of being who you are. I struggled with it because I'm the kind of person that any small thing about me looks a bit different, from the way I walk, to the way I talk, to the way I sing, to the way I dress, to the way I look at people, to the way I go about doing things. It was always different. And certain people had issues with it. Like, why can't you be like this person? Why are you? And it was very hard time for me. I never truly understood what was happening to me. But this 2025, it was in this August. It was now highlighted to me, like, oh, so this is a thing, and I feel people need to talk about it. more often than not. Even presently, I know a lady that is being singled out as a black sheep, like she's the scapegoat. All the problems is about to be dropped on her head. Why? Because this lady has chosen to be different. She has chosen not to be like everybody. And for you, it might be going on in your family or in your circles of friends or in your workplace or just somewhere. So let's talk about it. If you have any peculiar story, anything that it might be for the positive ones, you could be singled out because you could sing wonderfully well, or this, or you could be singled out because maybe you're the only one that came late, or you're the only one that looked as if you couldn't make your parent proud, or you're the only one when your mates were bagging jobs or getting achievements, you were just borrowing money up. It could be anything. Have you ever felt like you are alone, like every other person is this way, only you is that way? Reach out to me. Let's hear your story. This is Circles of Connection. When next you are hearing this, it's going to be me and someone, and we're going to talk a particular angle of what it feels like to be singled out, what it feels like to be the black sheep. Bye. See you when next I see you. And don't forget to like, share this with your friend, drop a comment. You can only comment at the end, like when you've listened to it to the very end. And sometimes it's best, let's say you listen to the end today, maybe after some hours or the next day, come back and drop your comment. Bye.